Now, I get on the internet and I come across a video about people that are in our community. When people say community, they just mean, I guess, the color of your skin. Because you'll know them by their fruit. That's it. When you grow up, you start to realize true community isn't someone that has the same skin color as me. So when people say, oh, our community, yeah, it can be looked at as that. But you're disappointed in people that look like you. Well, that's because they're not you. They're not like you. You're holding this person at a higher standard because they look like you. Yeah, but they're not you. And they're not like you. But because they have the same skin tone. That's it. That it's kind of disgraceful to see someone that looks like you do something disgraceful. So the video was about INDIA.ARIE, one of the aunties, the OG aunties, speaking her truth, speaking her opinion, like we all are entitled to do if we had common sense and decency. Anyway, but what was surprising was the video was a reaction video. So there was a lot of people, there was a lot of backlash. And everyone that I seen talking up against her for what she felt and her opinion were people that are quote unquote from the community. It never ceased to amaze me. It never ceased to amaze me. You know what I'm saying? Because, listen, we've been already working. We've been already knowing what's up, right? This is nothing new. We don't have to wait until another demon shows itself in the flesh of a black person, in the flesh of a child, in the flesh of anybody. We've been speaking about this. So it never ceased to amaze me. You get online, and who's the enemy? Who's made the enemy? I am smashing up some avocado. It never ceased to amaze me. You will know them by their fruits. But yes, is there overall disappointment? Of course there is. You want to see people, whether it's your people, whether you think they're your people, whether they look like your people. Do you want everyone to see the light? Yeah. Do you want everybody to be better? Better evolved, better mind, not bad mind? Yeah. So whether someone is getting applauded for their work, rewarded, because we already know your father's going to reward you. My father doesn't reward the way the world rewards. The world only rewards to its own. That tells you right there something. That's a word. That's a spoken word. Excuse the noise. So yeah, I barely could. I watched the whole thing, but what was so disgusting It was so disgusting to see was one of the parents, well, the parents in the videos were singing along with their children and laughing while their children were singing this song. The song is from a woman named, hold on. The song was from a woman named Young Miami. That's all I'm going to say about that. No matter if she was getting a reward or not. The song is what the song is. And yeah, by getting reward, getting applause, getting attention, it draws attention to it, as it's supposed to. That's why you got the reward in the first place. So what's the issue? What's the issue with her opinion? Sorry for the noise. I'm just going to try to talk through it so I won't waste any time. So what's the problem with her opinion? What's the issue? It's not about, it shouldn't always be about, well, she's picking on just this person or that person. Listen, she's just the one that got caught. She's the one that the light is on. She's the one that received the reward for it. That's it. That's all. So it makes you think even more. There are many songs out here that uplift the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit, that uplift the whore of Babylon. I think I heard a song that actually talks about the whore of Babylon. So, and oh gosh, I believe I heard a verse. I didn't actually listen to the actual song, but I heard it. Something about Jezebel spirit, something. But that was enough for me to know. There's so many. That's the whole industry. That's the majority. And those are the things that are getting reward. This has nothing about being envy of anybody. I'm sure Auntie, listen, she's not worried about that. If anything, she worried about staying good with God. That's it. Because and she ain't never been about that life from her music standpoint. We know some INDIA.ARIE, especially in my time, growing up in the 90s. She was always about that harmony, loving your skin. But regardless, okay, this has nothing to do with someone being envious. That shouldn't be the focal point. She's just bringing attention to something that needs to be reevaluated in quote unquote the community. Scratch the community and people's homes. You ain't no brother to me. You ain't no sister to me. I'll know you by your fruit. But because, this is my skin, it kind of shines a light on, it can shadow us as a whole. People view us as a whole, unfortunately. That's when you're put in a box for some reason. And you're compared to her and him and someone with the same skin tone as you. Unfortunately. And we know there are many people out there that are angry about that. I came across a YouTuber that tried to express his anger about that, but instead went about it the wrong way, I feel, with all his pages filled with, he'll label it entitled Black, Wretched, Ghetto, Black. Every video. And he sees it as just exposing. That's what I don't get it really. It's like he sees it as exposing who these people really are, but he's also frustrated because he is he's not just judged, but he's stereotyped by these same quote unquote criminals, right? The same people that he's posting on his page. But anyway, I digress. There's always a kind of better way to do things. Just, speak about how you feel. You don't have to make a mockery, but I mean, hey, everybody handles it the way they do. All right. So again, things that don't need to be explained. But my God, we are in a place where people are not just illiterate, because they can't help that. People can't help that. No. We're in a place where you're just foolish. We're in a place where they want to follow Satan. That's it. Straight raw with it. You want to follow Satan in the path that he's in. Satan's like, who's following me? Come with me. Who's going to come into my home and work for me? Come on. That's it. This ain't about arrogance. This is not about being naive. This ain't none of that. Because as young as these kids are, they still know. If they know how to read, they still understand what they're saying. They know what money is. They know what stealing is. It's not a good thing. But they're singing about it, and they just happen to be a younger person. They looking up at the parents while they're singing it because they know deep down there's some discernment. There's no reason why any child should be speaking about taking money, stealing money. They should be singing the ABCs. 1, 2, 3s. That's a parent. Nursery rhymes. Prayers they heard from Granny. Something. Why the hell would you be thinking You walk in and they singing this. And who's recording them? Their parents. Who's laughing while they're doing it? Their parents. How does their parents look? Wretched. How do the kids look? Wretched. The whole family's wretched. You see how this whole family's dark? The body of the father is dark. Inside of him's dark. The mother allowing this to happen. Leading their children to darkness. But if they hear this, they'll be like, oh, she's too religious. Why they gotta always bring God into it? God. I didn't even mention God yet. You did. Why they always gotta bring God into it? They always want to use God as a weapon. No, we don't. And no, we're not. You're just taking it at, do you feel something? Because again, why can't we speak how we want to speak? You speaking how you speaking. Jezebel. What's the issue? What's the issue, Jezebel? You speaking your fruit, we speaking our fruit. What's the issue, my nigga? Oh my God, she said nigger. So, you say it too. So what you gonna do? Trying to find something. Trying to find something. Moving past the whole point. Moving past the whole point. This is not good to the ears. It's not good to the mind. It's not good to the soul. When you steal, there's consequences. There's even death. So why would anybody be promoting that? But you want to turn around and criticize Auntie for doing her job. You want to criticize, show your face, and put your 2 cents in because you had the spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah. You want to get online and you want to criticize someone that is speaking up for positivity, and you want to come online and speak up for this negativity. You want to speak up for this darkness that's already been spreading. You want to make more sense of it. You want to continue prolonging it. And if I talk about our ancestors, you're going to be like, oh my God, why are you bringing the ancestors in this? Because they worked hard. I'm not saying they were perfect, but I'm saying that they had to go through what they went through since we're so much a community. Since you got the same skin tone as me. Well, we're actually discriminated against in this world. We're one of those people. There's many. But you're going to come online and you're going to focus on why a person shouldn't be speaking up rather than why she is. Why shouldn't she speak up? Why can't she speak out? But you want to insult her and say she's old. She hasn't put out music. What does that have to do with anything? Demon, what does that have to do with the focal point? You're standing up for negativity because, for what? What you getting out of it? They're not even paying you. They're not even taking care of your kids. This music, this demonic, this type of music is not paying your bills. and you still don't have enough sense to see or to speak up against it. What is wrong with you? What do you not see? Because again, I can go biblically and say, well, something's there where there's blinders, but I ain't having that. I want to ask you bluntly, since you don't want to be so biblical, you don't want to be so spiritual, you don't want to be so religious all of a sudden. But these were the same women and men that would turn around and be on their YouTube with tarot cards and a globe talking about astronomy. Shut up. So you tell me, what the hell is wrong with you? You supporting not only a song that is promoting death, knowing that this song is big in certain communities, knowing that children are being brought up into this sort of generation with this sort of thing that is publicized, and you're not making it better by advocating for it. What the hell you on? What kind of spirit do you have? Because it's plain and simple. This right here doesn't need to be explained. INDIA.ARIE didn't have to explain herself. No comment needed to justify it, period. She don't need to be validated. She was sure with what she said. She knew what she was saying. And she ain't changing what she's saying. Y'all fools think that y'all really gonna keep people in fear. You thought she was gonna fold. I give her more strength and more integrity. That's a woman. That's the woman I like to see. I keep talking about this. I just was talking about how, where's everybody at? I'm looking around, where is everybody at? Why everybody quiet? Why is it hush hush? You the problem. If you ain't standing with them, but you ain't, if you say you don't stand with them, but you're quiet, you're not auntie over here, you're not doing your work. You the problem, man. I didn't have to under her comments, I just think these reaction videos are programmed, because under her comments, they were right on. They were right in alignment with her. So what is all these other people talking up against her? Is it other industry people? Is it other Satan followers? I mean, hello. Is it an industry plant? Is it someone that's wretched too? Is it someone that's been in Sodom and Gomorrah for a long time as well? Is it someone that's still getting checks from Satan? Because, and they'll do anything to get a check. Is that who's still standing up for this mess? I wouldn't be surprised. You got certain industry people standing up against INDIA.ARIE, right? Ain't nothing to really question, but it's just like, why do you think? You find out one of the people that has something to say against Miss INDIA.ARIE, shoot, he doing anything to get a paycheck. I mean, he's doing anything. He don't know if he want to be a singer, rapper, actor, cooker, like anything. Do anything for clout. So, yeah, like, we don't take these fools seriously. We're not going to fold at the fact that there's backlash and criticism. Don't you think we know that? Did that ever stop me? Period. That never stopped me from the beginning with being who I am and standing for what I stand for. We talk about this. That's why we get that that reaction from the world. That's why we walk alone. Look, let these YouTube videos talk about us. Let someone write a book about us. That's why. Hear it from one of them. That's exactly right. It shows its face every time. Being prosecuted for the truth, but you're not prosecuted for promoting lies, death. But you're prosecuted for standing up against that. Why does this have to be questioned? Again, why does this have to be even questioned? And it's true. She said, I will not be listening to that song. I personally don't listen to music like that. I personally couldn't tell you not one name. I don't listen to that stuff. I do not listen to it. I don't. Shoot, I listen to more island music than anything. So I know what she's saying when she's saying, I'm not going to listen to that. I don't even listen to those sort of industry plans. And what's sad enough is that the people that are popping up in my head are women. There's men, but I'm just saying that there's women. Like if I ever went into an Uber and I happened to catch the song, they're all women with the Jezebel spirit, excuse me. And I said, oh, hell no, where's my Bluetooth? I don't listen to them. It's not surprising. It's really just tiring. That's what it is. It's just like, if I could just go away, if I could just get away, right? Get away from Sodom and Gomorrah, I'd run. You ain't got to worry about me looking back. You ain't got to tell me that. That's what it is. Because while we're here among it, because we have to be in a way, dang right we're going to speak up about it. The hell, we wouldn't be being us and being who we truly are if we didn't. That's what shows the fruit of us. That's what makes us realize who we are in the world, among people. Not the community, not person that look like me, people, individual souls. And unfortunately, yes, these children are going to grow up that were just so innocent, did not know nothing, all but know this. Don't know anything else but the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit. Because now you looking at videos and you hearing them singing this. You hearing them going along with it, following it. I said, wow. The only sort of social media I have is YouTube. That's enough for me. I've seen clips. I was like, I don't want to see any more of it. I don't necessarily need to. I seen they showed two or three videos, separate individual videos of children. I don't know who's behind the camera, but there was a video where the parents were in the car while the children were singing it. So the parents turned the radio on. The parents turned the music up. I'm telling you, there had to be like 15 kids up in there singing this song. Singing about stealing money and all this crap. And that's just that song. That is just that song. This just happened to be captured, or this just happened to be brought to the attention. But Lord knows what you do in your household, and how you raise your kids, and how you live, and how you've been living, and all those things. Because that shows the wretchedness in you. People call it ratchet. All of it. You trying to figure out why these kids is, the way they are. Look at their parents. These parents just happen to grow up, but grow up in the body, in the flesh. They sit the same wretched people from years ago. Yeah, this is the same wretched person, the same bully, the same nasty spirit. They just got children now. Isn't that something? They just got now children. Now they got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They got a clan of children. They got 10 children. And now you surprised when they're making a video of their kids singing these sort of songs, and they're laughing in the video. Or they're allowing their kids to curse and, say word from word. Same ones that bring their kids to these concerts. What needs to be further explained? They say, don't tell me how to raise my kids. Right. These are how they want to raise their kids. This is what they choose to do when they have kids. But they don't want nobody trying to raise their kids, trying to look out for them. Because this is their kid, and this is how they want to raise their kid. Okay? From the mouth of them. Peace, Jesus came back, left. Peace, it's just, man, take me with you. Come back for me. Come back. Scratch the wedding. Just come back. Just come back. You over here find out you preparing for the wedding. No, just come. Just come right now. The wedding can wait. I can prepare later. It's like one of those things. Because while we're here, you think I want to see that? You think I want to hear that? You think every time I turn on the television, I got to throw the television away? Pointless. Because every time I turn on it, this is what I see. This is what I hear. Every time the radio on, this is what I got to throw the whole radio away. It's telling me something. All these possessions is pointless. Because where I'm going, it's not necessary. And my Jesus is coming very soon. So throw it all away. Throw it away. They own it. Throw it away. You no longer have control over these things. You turn on the television, you think you're controlling the channels and programs. It's on every program. Get the message. Turn it off and throw it away. Don't even donate it. Don't even listen. Don't even profit it. Just throw it away. Send that message in the spirit. No, seriously. I've been through this before. I haven't had a TV in years, but I ended up getting a projector, and I think this was like my second projector. I threw it away just the other day, and it's brand new. Because the first one, well, actually it had 3. So the first one fell. Then the second one, I was like, yeah, I don't need this. So I was going to give it away. Then I threw it away. See, it's like my mind knows. Like my soul knows. Right? And then I said, oh, let me just get a projector so that I'm thinking about everyone else, because I'm like, if someone comes over, they might want, who comes over? Who comes over? You know, I still have my laptop, so it's like, it's not necessary. Just throw it away. So those little things are the big things. Because it's like, what am I watching, bro? What is there on this program that I need that I don't already know? I know more than the program's telling me, because that was a program to not tell you the things that you should know. Because my source is God. That's why I know what I know. And I'm trying to tell the world and remind the world. But you turn on this program for what? To get a bit of the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit? Okay, if that's what you're looking for. Excuse me. It's like, you know where to go to get that feeling. You want to go to Satan's lairs? Go to a nightclub. We've all been to those before. We've experienced the world to understand the world, to know and to have learned. Like, that's not somewhere I would want to go evolving. Right? I'm not in my late teens. I'm not in my early 20s. I'm not even in my 20s anymore. But what I'm saying is, I stopped doing that at 24. I've evolved since then. I consciously knew that wasn't the way, even though that is a way. Even though that is a faster way, it's a more convenient way to go and walk in that path. I had to consciously decide, this ain't the path for me. This is not the path that I want to continue on. In no shape or form. This is not somewhere I would want to go deeper in. Okay, I dipped my toe. I've been to a little lounge. I've drank a little this before. I've smoked a little bit of that before. I've experienced it. I understand how it makes you feel. I understand that. The trickery. The trickery. Because there's still consequences to these things. I don't care how natural you think it is. I don't care how natural they say it is. But then 10, 50 years later, they want to say, oh, liquor was never good for you. Wine was never good for the heart. I don't know who said that. One glass when you're pregnant should be good. Who said that? You want to wait 30 years for them to tell you? No, that was a lie. The hell? You know alcohol ain't good for nobody, let alone the baby. You over here saying, well, you know, my doctor said that, you know, just one glass of wine while I'm pregnant will help the baby relax and my heart. Alcohol. Stop trying to sugarcoat it. It's alcohol, boo. You're drinking alcohol and your baby's drinking it. What you mean, heart health? Don't it burn when it go down? Aren't you waking up with a headache, side effects, hangovers, even with wine? Why do I have to explain that to you? Because you're foolish. Not that you don't know, not that you're stupid or illiterate. No, there's people that actually have mental issues. You're mocking them. You don't get that mercy because you consciously know what you're doing. You're consciously choosing not to use your strength. No, because again, I have to consciously be like, oh, even though alcohol made me feel slightly relaxed, right? Because that was the whole trickery. In a world where you got to work for life. And see, I've been among you, boo. I testify against you and I also testify for you. So you cannot tell me I'm a liar. I have known these things. There is nothing you can tell me because the biggest thing they'll say is, you don't know because you never was there or you never walked in my shoes. Shut up. You don't even know the shoes I've been in. So let's not start comparing shoes because you will be outdo. You will be outwalked, honey. You will be outwalked by the shoes I walk in. So let's not start comparing shoes. Hold your tongue before your tongue gets you in trouble, okay? Your tongue puts you in a deeper pit. So, what was I saying? That holding the tongue, going into a deeper pit. Okay, that was enough, okay? Because it's like, yeah, that made my mind flutter. Like, the shoes you walk in, don't compare them. Because I've been among you. That's all that I'm saying. I understand. That's all that I'm saying. It doesn't take me to be here for another 30 years to indulge into alcohol and drugs to understand you. You fool. And I say that with pride. And I will be judged. And that's fine. As we all. But at least I'm standing on this side. It doesn't take me to continuously endangering my mind, my body, to understand the sneers out here. It doesn't take me to put myself at risk to understand the sicknesses and diseases. I don't want a disease. So that is why I'm no longer going to risk my life. Do you understand that? It doesn't take for me to get a disease for me to understand what's out here. Because there are people, many, many, many men that have diseases. And they still act like they don't understand nothing. They still act foolish. They are still out in these streets. They're still not educating. I'm educating because I don't want that. I don't think anybody wants that. I'm doing this because I don't want to risk my life, my health. How about that? Why would it take me to still be out in the streets for me to understand you? You don't even understand you. You don't even understand. You don't even see the pit that you're in. I was conscious enough to get out of it. I was wise enough to make that decision that I'm going to make a vow because I'm going to seal this garden up. Because there's no reason why I should be meeting someone for just sex. Knowing that there's consequences to it. I no longer will partake in that way. So excuse me because I'm not indulging in it, but I dang sure understand it. Like, you're just foolish. You're just foolish. You have nothing to say. You have no defense. Because I've been among you. There's nothing you can say. Because all that's left is your fruit. You're still in that pit. So all the things you're going to speak about is pitiful. Do you get that? You can't help it. You know, you can't see, so you bumping into things. You can't help it. You bumping your head. You loony. You can't help it, right? You can't help it, right? Because it'd be the same you that would turn around and be like, I'm stuck in my addictions. Well, we were telling you that's why you can't see. But instead, you want to criticize us. You want to stand up against us. You want to make us the enemy. You just advocating for it, but now you want to say you're stuck in it. Shut up. Shut up. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not Jesus. And I'm also not a man. okay? And the way a man speaks or how he feels about it. Listen, shut up, okay? Like, I'm not her, I'm not Carl, I'm not Susie. I'm me. So don't compare me to anybody. Don't say, oh, this is how a Christian should. Shut up, hypocrite. Shut up. Shut up. You need somebody to tell you shut up, because clearly you ain't learning. Clearly you ain't been learning your lessons. Shut up. Shut up. We got to go back old school. Shut it up. All that whining for what? I didn't even touch you yet. I didn't even do nothing yet. I didn't even say nothing yet. Dang, you need to be built up. You need to be built up. Tough love. Tough it out. Then you're gonna have somebody say, tough love is not the answer. Shut up. You shut up too. See, they always got something to say. They're always going to have something to say. You think I got time for that? You think that's going to stop me from doing what I have to do? Shut up and move on my way. Say what you're going to say. Be who you're going to be, because you can't help it, right? But they always got something to say. Being among them. Being the freak among them. They want to cry wolf. Cry wolf when everyone come around and be like, it's her. She's the enemy. Yeah, she's the... Ugh. That's why there is a God. There is someone for us. Someone sees you right now. Sees your act. You're such an actor. If I didn't know any better, I would have been heartbroken, crushed in spirit, deeply. If I did not know any better, if I did not see, I would have been so broken. Because I would have been like, dang, who is there for me? Who sees this? Who understands? Am I crazy? The hell I'm in. Who put me here? What did I ever do? You would have been alone with your understanding, my bro. You would have been in your own truth. But broken. What a hell is that? What sort of hell you'd be in? And this is hell itself. But you're in hell. And they're over here in Sodom and Gomorrah having a good time. And you the one living in hell. You the one actually walking in fire. Because they throwing stones at you. You're prosecuted in hell. How is that? What in the theory? You find out that you're prosecuted in hell. But you see in that, why? Are we not the ones that came into this world to expose their wicked deeds? Thank the Father for that verse. Because something wouldn't have been adding up if I said, why am I prosecuted in hell? If I did not have the verses, I would have still understood what I stood for. I'm like, well, I'm in hell, but for some reason, I'm not hell-like. I'm not hell-like. For some reason, I am in hell, but I'm not going with all of this that's in it. I'm speaking up against it. So thank the verses for confirming it. Well, you came into this world to expose them, and when you do, they're going to prosecute you. Well, thank you for that, because I knew I wasn't crazy. You know, I knew. You know you're not crazy. Miss INDIA.ARIE knows she's not crazy. She been living before me. She already been speaking about certain things. She already knew about certain things. She and so many others. This is nothing new. This is just a new generation with new people arising. It's like, now you see the new generation. Now you see that generation having kids. It's just going to continue going if none of us speak up. If it wasn't for me, her, them, the few of us. Look at how the world is. Look at how many people advocate for the Sodom and Gomorrah spirit. Look at how many people advocate for the whore Babylon, that spirit. But there's people like us that keep getting prosecuted. But one day we will leave, and we will leave you to your devices. But is that when you're going to cry wolf? That's when no one's going to come back. You understand that? There's nothing to be explained. We do this from God's grace, because really there's nothing to be explained. Peace out. I would have been gone. There is nothing to be said to you, fool. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly who I am. You know exactly what you do. You see that? You know exactly what this is. You know that the children should be singing this. Parent, you know that. No one has to tell you that. We do this because this is God's grace to them. This is their mercy. This is their hope. He sends us to be their hope. Because who the hell is you? Who the hell is you? Get out of my way. Move. Because these are God's children. These are, no. Don't tell me how to raise. Shut up. Shut up. That's the only way to say it. Like, you need to shut it up. Like, close it. It's not no be quiet. No, you had time to be quiet. You need to shut it. Shut the door. Shut it. Hold your tongue. Hold it. That's why people say you are too grown for this. I'm not going to say that, because I know age ain't nothing but a number. It's your freaking spirit, man. People are going to say, oh, it's our community. No, it's their soul. It's their spirit. It don't discriminate. Black, white, Chinese, all types of people. Black, white, that's it. Black, white, that's it. Because listen, I seen a Chinese person, well, let me not say Chinese, but Asian descent, and on their race, they put white. Black and white. Black and white. Black and white. That's it. People are going to say, oh, that's our community. No, it's just the soul and who you choose to follow. That's it. Who you choose to align with. That's it. And that's in everything. Your race. Everything. They should put a option for alien. When they say other, it should say like a traveler. Because they know dang well, us travelers know no color, no age can bound us, can align us with everyone. No, we will know you by your fruit. I'm not aligning with you because you look like me. I'm not aligning with you just because you say you align with me. I'm not aligning with you because you say that you're the same age as me. I'm not aligning with you because you're the same color. We know that as travelers. We know that as travelers in this world. We ain't about to be like, oh yeah, I'm white because it's, you know, it saves you. Or then I'm black when they want to save you. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for these hypocrites. What's the other word for it? Two-facers. We ain't got time for people that want to put on a certain front when it makes them look good. Oh, they're so cowards. They're so cowardly. Oh, we despise that spirit so much. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me like, ugh, it makes me want to just expose them. Like, oh, let me just tear down this freaking veil. Like, let me tear down this costume they got on, this persona. Let me expose them, Father. Let me loose. Let me loose, Father. Set me free. Dead serious. Like, these fools got me. Yo, these fools crazy. These entities are crazy. All you see is the flesh, though. You will know them by their fruits. Wretched. Like, to be able to expose them, like in the face of God, you know, you won't see the flesh. You'll see their soul, right? You'll see this spirit. And you'll be like, yo, this is a wretched spirit. This is a, you know, like a demonic entity. It's like, you're so low. You know, and someone that's low, they don't have any integrity. They don't have nothing. Like, they're weak. And they've been hiding. They've been hiding behind something. Right? So in this world, you get to put on a body. And in this world, you get to, like, you know, douse yourself with, like, diamonds and perfume and all these things they make. Wigs, like artificial nails. In this world, you can try to make it look like something. Make you look bigger than what you truly are. But when the freaking veil is torn down and you are exposed, this entity is low. Lower than low. This man, this doesn't have to be explained. Our work is never done, though. Us, me. Let me speak for me. My work is never done. The spirit that was sent into this world, because I am a spirit. Let's understand the verses. He says the spirit is sent into the world. He says his spirit, right? Well, are we not spirits? Now we're in a body, flesh and bone. Jesus was sent into the world, was he not? That was God. But was he not flesh and bone? In a body. Again, coming into this world as a spirit, living the human flesh, the body experience. I have to come into it, right? The vessel, I have to come into the family he put me in. I have to exist. But where do I come from? My creator. The work is never done. I can't even come with a gentle spirit. He knew what he was doing when he put me in a family. He knew what he was doing when, you know, I'm born up north. Because I don't come with all that sweet tea. That, oh, this is Southern hospitality. Listen, we ain't got time for that. I ain't not about to sweet talk you because it's good etiquette. Close your mouth and shut up. Hush, because I ain't got time for it. Call it rough, call it tough. I don't give a dang. Straightforward. You need to understand, we're not playing. You had your sweet talk. You had your sweet tea. You had a Susie. I'm not her, and I don't want to be. It did not work, clearly, because you've not learned nothing. So now you have no choice to get it how it's coming. And this ain't even the wrath of God. Do you understand me? You think I'm tough. You think I'm being all tough. Not sweet. Not gentle. This ain't even the wrath of God. The point is that you're wretched and you need to see that you're wretched. Stop focusing on how the delivery is. You're wretched though. No. You're wretched. You're wretched. Like I said, you're wretched. This actually me being nice. This is me trying to watch my words, to be honest. You're wretched. That's what I'm saying. It ain't about, oh, how I could have said it. You're wretched. Why would I need etiquette to tell the truth? You're wretched, though. God don't like ugly. Well, then stop doing what you're doing. My Father loves me. He speaks through me. What are you talking about? You're wretched. Anytime somebody coming up against, that wretchedness, they wanna throw everything they can at you. That's not God-like. God is in us. But you know that. The spirit in you knows that. You're having a tantrum. That's what it is. That's not how Christians act. Well, then why were you caught doing that thing last week? That wasn't Christian like then. Hypocrite. So what you saying? They want to throw everything at you. Let you be somebody that at least is judging, because judging in a place where you at least can. We're in a place where we understand you, and a place where we've turned away from those things. Meaning that's how we can understand you. I understand how it feels. So wouldn't you want someone to judge you that was among you? Rather than have someone judge you that never even got to know you, never walked in your shoes, never been in the places you've been, felt the way you felt. Are you kidding me, you fool? And you want me to talk gentle to you? You want me to talk sweet to you? You ain't no baby. The hell? I'm the only baby in my life. The hell? And I don't have babies. Spiritually. And I know for sure you ain't one. So you're not getting no treatment. You've been given grace and mercy. You've been given understanding. You've been given time. Just like I've been given time, because we had no choice but to be here. And in that time, I consciously started to decide. I consciously started to realize. I started to get real with it. It didn't take me long. You know why? Because I was always alone. It didn't take me long to understand that who I am is exactly who I need to be. I don't need to be anybody else. I don't need to follow the crowd. I don't need to follow these Jezebel spirits. Because I am already who I am. So instead of following after that or continuing in that, I chose to remain who I am. I chose to keep my morals, keep my integrity, keep my strength, keep my voice. I chose to use those things. But now these same people are going to be mad at me because I have strength. These same people are going to be the same one that's going to hate me for my integrity. These same people, when they find out that you get a reward because you've been strong in the world, they're going to hate you for that. They find out that you got in the seat because you used your integrity. They're going to hate you for that. The good things, right? They're going to hate you for the good things. They're going to hate you for everything. These souls are here they're programs to just mock you to the death, right? Until you lose it or until you crash. That's the whole thing. That's Satan. Poking at a person, and it's like, those are the tactics. Because who in their right mind would accept this? It's going to bother someone that is not of this. It's going to bother them. He knows we're going to speak up. He knows we're going to eventually come from those crevices, those pits that we've been in. We're going to come from those prisons and where we were prosecuted. We're going to eventually come out because we were put there for a reason. We don't choose to be quiet like the rest of you guys. We never have. That's the whole reason why they keep shutting us up. But I'm grown. I'm not a young girl anymore. I'm not in someone else's house where they can punish me, where he can use them as a vessel because they don't like every time I speak up. They cannot do that to me no more. So what happened? Well, ever since I moved out at 19, I've been testifying, haven't I not? Telling my story, haven't I not? And then now, within the past 2-3 months, I've been going on live to give you the rawness of it. This ain't edit. Still speaking up. You cannot punish me. You cannot muzzle me. I'm taking advantage of it because I never willfully chose to be quiet. I never willfully chose to break my spirit or break my heart because of disappointment and looking up to these folks, putting hope in them, in humanity, putting hope in humanity, putting hope in my authoritative figures because I'm actually a kind, good-hearted person. I really believed. I really cared for them because that was natural for me to, and I never fight it. I still hoped in humanity, in these people, in the people that I'm looking up to be fair and just. But instead, I got punished and I had to be shut up and I had to be crushed in spirit. No more. That's my point. All of y'all that's quiet, that's foreign to me. That's mockery to me. I never chose to be quiet. I was punished. I was against my will. I was shut in for them to quiet me. But you have all the freedom in the world and you choose to be quiet. The audacity. And once I was free from that prison, that dungeon, I started speaking my truth. And what do you know? Everything started to flow from it. What? Life. Everything started to flow from it. The verses. Now people can understand it and edify it. Interpretation. Everything started to flow from it. God's presence. God's truth. The mysteries hidden. Because what do you know? Wisdom is free. His people are being freed. They're speaking. They're no longer bound with chains. Their time is up. Why are you so surprised? I know you're not. So now you got the algorithm. You got AI making videos about chosen black sheeps. What that looks like. Who they are in the world. Speaking about people like me. What do you know? My whole life. And at 31, at the right age to understand such things, the right age to be able to be evolved, and I'm in alignment. Do you understand that? I'm in alignment. There's nothing delayed about it. I was in the fire my whole childhood up until 19. The whole 20s, I'm testifying. I've experienced certain things, and now I've made a vow, and I'm testifying the whole 20s, and now I'm in my 30s, and I'm here. And you're going to tell me that I'm not who I'm supposed to be? That I'm behind? You kidding me? Because I don't have degrees? Baby, I can go to school if I want to. I can get 1, 2, 3 degrees. You want me to get it and then come back and then show you? To get the validation? You want me to go to school and then show you? And then what's that gonna do? Prove to you what? Now I'm accepted? No. I'm already wise. I know that. I don't have to wait for you to tell me anything. All those other things are bonuses. if I go to school, if I go to what do they have in these institutes? If I become a professor in philosophy, if I become a doctor in psychology, if I become a counselor, a lawyer. I mean, I'm already those things. What are you talking about? Those books are written because of people like me, humbly speaking. I've lived this life and I persevered through it. The trauma, the depression. What are you talking about? And I become wise. I've learned from it. I can write a book about it. There it is. Psychology. There it is. Help books. I mean, all these books that are, it's just like, you know, I guess people can't see clearly because they're not who they are. They're not who they're supposed to be. But I am. I am. So I'm trying to tell you, that doesn't make you who you are. You should be already who you are. But unfortunately, if you're not, then yeah, you're going to rely so heavily on them. You're going to rely on so heavily the books they give you. But what do you know? I am who I am, and those books is about me. You know, it's like I'm going into their class and I'm reading a book about someone like me. I said, wow. Am I in the right place? Or should I be the one like teaching this class? Like, yeah, so that was me, the story you just read. You know, like, I mean, come on now. I can't make this up. And I'm only 31. I just turned 31 in May. So I'm behind, or I am exactly who I am supposed to be. I have become. It has been prophesied. The black sheep has become. I don't know the word. I don't know which word to use because we don't have to finish it. The black sheep has become. And you can finish it. Always been the one. But I'm behind. I'm behind. That's my philosophy. Philosophy 101 with everything of who I am because of who I am. When it comes to everything, I try to tell you everything. I try to expose everything. I try to show you everything by interpretation to make you see by knowing me. Because I'm telling you that. I'm telling you it. I'm showing you it. I'm embodying it. I can go to school, and that's okay. Like, it's all right. It's not a bad thing. But I am who I am already. This is a system. I am bigger than the system. I just want people to see that. There is a God. My Father has taught me that believe, you know, it's like believe in something higher than you. You have to believe in something higher than you because you will always be disappointed. You will always not get the full truth if you just rely on man. Everything is a prophecy. I have no choice but to say that, not because I'm religious, not because I'm spiritual, not because I'm in a church, none of those things. I have to say that because I see that my life has become a prophecy. It has been worded. It has been scripted. I become exactly what it speaks about. Meaning, I don't have degrees, I don't have schooling, I don't have a lot of people, but I still have become who I am. I still am filled with knowledge and wisdom. It's possible. It's possible because it doesn't take their books to teach you. What are their books about? It's supposed to be about life, right? It's supposed to, okay, what is life? Life is only an experience where if you have your ears open and your eyes open, that's all you need. If it is the simplest things. Any black sheep will tell you We were the black sheep because we kept our eyes open. Do you understand that? People don't like when you looking too close at things, right? You paying attention too much. They don't like that. So I think what happens is people adjust and adapt to where they know that, and it's a rude thing now. It's like, oh, if you're looking at someone, I don't know. Sometimes they feel like it's rude, and then it's not rude. So when it comes to humans, you can't trust them. All I'm saying is, I say this all the time. If you are just be who you know you're supposed to be. I know it may be hard to do that. And that's the issue. It's like, yes, it may be hard in a system to be your original self, but that is what makes you you. That is why I stand like this. That is why I talk like this. That is why I feel the way I feel, because I stayed original. So yes, the pride comes from that hardship. We were not in the fast lane. Exactly that. We did not choose that lane, even though it was so easy to, and it's convenient because it makes your life easier while you're here, right? That is why the majority goes that way. That way is broad. Do you understand that? So it's not like people are asking to be the black sheep. No one's asking for prosecution. No one's asking to truly be different. I'm just asking to be myself. I'm just being myself. I'm just trying to stay original. I'm just trying to stay solid in who I am and not change and put on a persona. I'm not wanting to be fake. Damn, I didn't mean to say that. Dang, can I stand for truth and not lies and not pretending? Can I just stand just with who I am? Can I be enough? That's what makes you the black sheep. No one's over here like, oh my God, I want to be the black sheep. No one wanted to be that. And nobody would want to go through what a freaking black sheep goes through. You're just labeled that because out of everyone in the world, there is you. So that's where all those misunderstandings come from. That's where now you are now the enemy. You are made of this thing. Now the veil has been put on you. You didn't put no veil on you. You're not trying to be hidden. You're not trying to be misunderstood. You never tried to be the black sheep. You were just trying to be you. Because that's what you were. You. But instead, again, it seems like something put the veil on you. Now you're the one hidden. Now you're the one misunderstood. Now you're the one named all these things. Now you're the enemy. How could this be? Right? And you say, how could this happen to me? And you say, I didn't choose this. And you say, I'm not the enemy. I'm actually for you. I actually come with understanding. But there has to be some accountability. So yes, this is all my philosophy that I talk about, how everyone wants to fit this shoe. But where were they? Where were they when you were in that room? Well, they were out there in the party. Where were they when you were sent to prison in the dungeon? Where were they, Cinderella? Case closed. You see, I come with my case. I'm speaking in the spiritual courts. What I speak is true. Testifying about it day and night. Nothing's going to stop me. This is my purpose. But you want to hear about degrees in schools. You want to see that to validate who I am or to make you treat me a certain way. Get out. Get the hell out. You know, to see someone's work, it's like, where is it on paper? You see the philosophy. You see how this is philosophy. Because you start to understand, you start to know, to see. This is why the world thinks that your validation will be on the surface, because that's all they've known. When do you ever truly know many to be like me? There's only a few, right? That way is narrow. That path is narrow. So the world is only, their ways is only what they've been in, right? That's what they surround themselves with. It's more of them. That's like, oh, look at girl, I got my degree and he loved me, and but then I got to expose that and be like, I hope he loves you for you and not because of what you have. See, all of this now becomes other things, other avenues, other pits, other deep things. Like, I got to step down from my logic. And then I have to, unfortunately, say, does he love you for you? Because I get it, you know, you live in happy, you good, you work for it. I understand that. You got your degree, perfect. You know, you're proactive. But what I'm saying is, are you built up? That's one thing. And then all these things are happening to you so fast. It's like, okay, the money's coming in, new opportunities, great. But you always got to take with you the things inside, right? Stay humble. Be wary of vultures. Because they're going to, you know, there's people out there that will use you. You call them hobos. Excuse me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not against you. Because like I said, I can go to school and get something like that. But at least I am built up to still know and have been built up first. To know that people do treat you different when you hold this paper. Or when you have this degree, you work for it. You know, you get more respect when you got that doctor in front of your name. You know, you feel entitled too. You say, don't call me doctor, right? So it's like, just understanding the way people are, the way humans are, will save you a lot of time. Because if you're going to allow people into your life, you want to make sure that they're there because of you, not what you have or you acquired. But there's so many people like that. And so you're just like, well, how do I know? That's why it's always good to start at the bottom, because you see it. It's like you're in the back and you see everything. You see, like, oh, this person didn't really respect you then, and now they respect you now. This person didn't want to talk to you then, now they want to talk to you now. Right? You're getting all this attention. And it's just like, for me, it's very simple. It's like, none of these people really deserve me. Right? None. And the ones that are for me, God will bring them to my life. But you can tell there's no one in my life to show you something. I'm in their life to show them something. That shows you something. I'm in their life, but no one's in my life. That's a word. I'm in their life, but they're not in my life. So I'm giving them something and I'm getting nothing out of it because I'm here for my purpose. So what needs to really be explained that we haven't already explained? Grown folks, kids, they're not going to listen if they don't want to, and they don't. They're going to keep on with the same that they've been doing generationally. You know, back in nowadays, they don't care. They don't care. This isn't like, oh, they're discerned. It's past that. Like, they don't want to, they don't care. Do you understand that? They don't care. I had to care enough about myself, even though I'm still in this world and it's a hard world. I still had to care about myself, even though drugs and all that would make it easier, I suppose. I still had to care about myself. And caring about myself meant doing the hard thing, being in the hard path, being in the slow path. Yeah. That's what caring about myself looks like. It may not seem that way, but it is. When you start to figure out that the hard path is the safe path, even though it's harder and it's longer, at least I get to keep my sanity. At least I get to keep my health. Do you understand that? So yes, the integrity that I have gained because of it. Because I know the sacrifice that I take every day when I could be just like you. I could be the whore of Babylon if I wanted to. I could walk these streets with my neck stretched out. I could. And I guess suppose get all attention and get these men money, and like, that's easy work. You know, now you got these women and certain men, Delulu. They thinking that they just the ish. Anybody could do that, my girl. You're not that cute. Anybody can do that. Trust me. You know, it's like now it's a good thing when you get a billionaire. It's like, yeah, I got a billion. Girl, you wretched. He don't care. She don't care. We don't care. Good luck. Hope you don't get no STDs. I hope he's faithful and all the things. Listen, we don't care. Like, what did you thought? Like, we gonna care because he's a billionaire? He got money? You fool. We got God. I got a father. How about that? A father that takes away fear. A father that gives me peace. Allows me to sleep good at night. Allows me to have my own with little bit of money. Little bit of money. I got a little bit of money and still 10 years can have my own place by myself. What are you talking about, girl? Why are you bragging? Like, we don't care. We don't care. It's like, yo, he don't like that. Humble yourself. Humble yourself because you look wretched. Nobody wants that lifestyle. Not anyone grown and with understanding. Now, children are children. And that's why you should be leading them, because that ain't the way, honey. That ain't the way. And even if you got your own, right? You became a billionaire, you got your own. Humble yourself, though. Because, again, nobody cares. Nobody wants your life. Nobody wants your money. Like, chill out. Like, humble yourself. Because people that have God and are who they are and, you know, is content and has peace and has integrity, we know that's far more than what money can give you and what money can make you feel like. Now, yes, that money allowed you to travel from the East Coast to the West Coast. That's it. That's it. Oh, you were able to get a 50 carat necklace. Who wants a 50 carat necklace? Who the hell dream world is this? That's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, who is supposed to be impressed? Like, why? Humble yourself. Like, why are you trying to get validation? Like, sit down somewhere. You're lost, my guy. You're lost. Nobody cares for that stuff. Now, kids do, because, again, they don't know what to look up to. Especially when they have you and you're showing this. Well, you got them, but you don't have us. You don't have the grown folks, right? The ones that know, mature. That's why they don't want us. They want the kids to manipulate. You see? It's plain and simple. Easy peasy. So what? Like what? What money? What? It's buying you love? You fool. It's buying you women? You wretched. I bet you're lonely at the end of the day. To know you gotta buy love. And you think somebody wants your life? That the only reason why these women are in here because you're a rapper. Okay? You have fame. Please. So I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm gonna just leave it there because my God, like, what more can I explain?